Have you ever pondered how human activities are reshaping the face of the moon? Welcome to the dawn of the lunar Anthropocene, a term coined by scientists to mark a new geological epoch. This era, they suggest, began on September 13, 1959, with the landing of the Soviet Union's Luna 2 probe. This milestone marked the launch of humanity's lunar exploration and triggered a chain of events that would forever alter the moon's environment. Since the Luna 2's epic touchdown, over 100 spacecraft have either crashed or made soft landings on the moon, causing disturbances in no less than 58 distinct locations. Each landing, each exploration, each human interaction has left an indelible mark on the lunar surface, shaping and reshaping it in ways we are only beginning to understand. As we navigate further into this epoch, the moon's landscape undergoes drastic changes as human exploration intensifies, leaving irreversible footprints on its surface. The moon, our closest celestial neighbor, now carries the indelible marks of human habitation. It's a silent testament to our species' exploration beyond Earth, a museum of human activity that floats in the night sky. From the Soviet Union's Luna 2 probe in 1959 to NASA's Apollo missions, we've left more than just footprints on the lunar surface. Items left behind by astronauts, flags, golf balls, and even human waste, serve as undeniable evidence of our presence. These artifacts, scattered across the moon's landscape, tell a story of human curiosity, innovation, and ambition. But they also highlight a reality. The concept of leave no trace, so vital to our stewardship of Earth, doesn't apply in the lunar context. Yet, as we continue our lunar explorations, it's important to remember that the moon isn't just a lifeless rock. It's an archive of human history, a gallery of our achievements. The Apollo landing sites, those iconic footprints, are invaluable historical and anthropological sites. They represent milestones in our species' journey, marking our first steps into the cosmos. But with increased human activity comes increased impact. Our presence on the moon isn't without consequence. We're altering its environment, leaving a geological signature akin to the Anthropocene on Earth. This raises questions about the delicate lunar exosphere, the water cycles, and even the longevity of satellites. As humanity ventures further into space, the need for lunar preservation becomes increasingly apparent. We must tread carefully, ensuring that our lunar legacy is one of respect and responsibility, not just exploration and expansion. With multiple countries laying out plans for lunar missions, what does the future hold for our moon? As we venture further into the lunar Anthropocene, nations around the globe are gearing up to leave their mark. Countries like India, Japan, and China are all setting their sights on the moon, with ambitious plans to land robotic and crewed missions on the lunar surface. These missions, each with their unique objectives and scientific pursuits, are set to deepen our understanding of the moon and, by extension, our own planet. But it's not just these nations that are reaching for the stars. NASA's Artemis program, a beacon of human space exploration, is paving the way for the return of humans to the lunar surface. This time around, we're not just planting flags and leaving footprints. The goal is to establish a sustainable human presence on the moon by 2026, paving the way for future Mars missions. However, as the moon becomes a hotspot for exploration, we face new challenges. The lunar landscape is changing rapidly due to human activity, and the presence of multiple nations on the moon could potentially lead to territorial disputes and conflicts over resources. Moreover, the increasing human activity could disturb the delicate lunar exosphere and water cycles, affecting satellite longevity and observations of the moon's surface. The impact of our actions on the moon's environment is not confined to the lunar surface but extends to the region beyond. The race to the moon continues, but at what cost? As we mark our presence on the moon, are we doing enough to preserve its historical and natural integrity? It's a question we must ask ourselves as we venture further into the lunar Anthropocene. As we've seen on Earth, human activity can have profound effects on natural environments, and the moon is no exception. Our activities risk disturbing the delicate balance of the moon's exosphere and water cycles. This disruption could potentially affect the longevity of satellites and our ability to observe the moon's surface accurately. But it's not just about the environment. There's also a rich history etched into the lunar surface, from the footprints of the first astronauts to the remnants of past missions. These artifacts tell the story of humanity's journey into space, and they too are at risk of being lost to the ravages of time and further exploration. To navigate this new epoch responsibly, we must raise awareness about our impact on the moon and work towards preserving these historical artifacts. This is not just about respecting the past, but also about ensuring that future generations can learn from it. The moon, a silent witness to our celestial ambitions, calls for mindful exploration and preservation.